Good evening, everyone. My name is Debbie Singleton, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you live Monday evenings at 7 p.m. And happy Labor Day. I hope everyone has had a great weekend and a great day today. And hopefully you have the day off of work and you got to do nothing and relax and have a great, relaxing day. I have spent the entire weekend in my craft room, and I have loved every minute of it. So I am preparing to do class for next Saturday. Good evening, Mom. Thanks for joining. So I've been preparing for class for next Saturday. So if you're not doing anything next Saturday, just shoot me a message at dezignitwithdeb@gmail.com and let me know when you want to come to class. It's 9 a.m. and we are going to do Halloween. So I'm super excited. Halloween is around the corner, and it is amazing that it's already going to be Halloween. I don't know where this time is going, but it's going to be Halloween, and before we know it, it's going to be Christmas. So yes. So tonight we're going to do some Halloween cards because I was playing around and I thought, I know my granddaughter is maybe going to want to do some Halloween cards for her teachers. She did some cards for back to school, and her teachers loved her cards. So I had in mind she might want to do some cards for her teachers. And so I dug out. We don't have very many Halloween stuff this year in the catalog that goes live the 4th for everybody. So online exclusives, we came out with some Halloween stamp sets. We don't have any paper, but that's okay because we actually can make paper, and we actually have some paper that is in some of our other paper sets that can be used as Halloween paper. So I kind of perused and looked and saw some really fun stuff that people have been doing. So we have the Playful Ghost stamp set. This is super cute. And so that's what I pulled out for us to use tonight. And I thought, what she did was my granddaughter used her cards and gave little $5 gift cards to her teachers. So I thought, well, let's make some gift card holders. And you can use these cards as gift card holders or just give them as regular cards because they don't look like they're gift card holders when you make them. So you don't have to put gift cards in them. You can just give them as gift cards. So you'll see what I mean when I show you. They're so cute. This set is super cute. So they have like this little vampire guy. He's not scary at all. And this little ghost in a jack-o'-lantern, and this little flying witch ghost, and some pumpkins, and boo, happy Halloween, trick or treat, and some little bats in this. So I pulled these out. I have them all out because I'm doing a couple of things. So we're going to make 2 cards tonight. I've done all the pre-cutting and all the pre-stuff on it. And so this stamp set doesn't have any die cuts, any dies. So you have to fussy cut, but not horribly hard because they are just super simple. So it took me like 2 seconds to die cut. So basically I stamped this on white, and then I colored it, and then I die cut it, or I fussy cut. Simple, easy, super, super easy. So I did all the die cutting and all that stuff. Now this little moon, we do have a die cut, and that is the deckled circle dies. And I liked this. I didn't want it just to be round. I love the deckled set. I love the deckled set. And it's the second to the smallest. So, and then I stamped the clouds on there. These little bats are so cute. But I cut everything out. So you open it up. And then here's where you can put your gift card. And see, you can't even tell that it's a gift card. So you put this in, and then it's a gift card holder. And then you can write on there. So you can't even tell until you put that in. So you don't even know that it's even a gift card holder. So you can just give it as a regular card and nobody will even know unless there's a gift card. So I stamped the bat there. I have a little, and you can stamp up here Happy Halloween if you want to. We have a little Happy Halloween. So it's really cute. So I'm going to leave that because we're going to use that. And then we're going to do another one that's completely different. But I messed the first one up, so I'm going to show you. All right, so I have all the pieces. I'll show you. Okay. So let me switch this over. You don't see me, you see that. All right, there we go. Now, the Designer Series paper that I'm going to use, look at this. So that kind of looks like it's got a little background to it. And it kind of looks like it's dark looking. And it comes from our Lily Pond Lane. And this is the Lily Pond Lane paper. No one would never know it. So if we turn this over, look at that. So it's going to act as our background, being it's dark and mysterious. So super fun. All right, so to do our card base, it's a basic same card base. It's 5.5 by 8.5, and we score it at 4.25. And then you're going to flip it over like so, and you're going to go to the 4.25 mark, and then you're going to, it'll actually do this way. So you're going to go over to the 4.25 mark, and then you're going to come down this way. Gonna go over to the 4.25 mark on the trimmer, and you're going to come down and you're going to cut all the way down to this. I bent, because it's black, you can't see where you scored it, but you're going to cut all the way to the score mark here at the 4.25. This is going to give us this piece here, which will eventually become our piece for our gift card. So it's going to be our gift card holder. All right, so you're going to score it like normal. This is going to be scored at 4.25. You're going to flip it, and then you're going to, I did that wrong, but anyways, you're going to flip it over, and then you're going to cut it to the 4.25. So I did all that just so that everything would be done, because we're going to do 2 cards, and I'm so slow. We're going to give it a nice good crease so that it's all creased for us. Okay. Now we're going to, since I'm going to stamp, I'm going to bring in my, just because I like to stamp on our mat, bring in our mat. So we're going to stamp on some stuff. All right, so the piece that we're going to stamp on, so if you're going to stamp on just a regular plain piece or a DSP, this DSP piece is 3 by 3. And I'm going to lay this out so that we know where we're going to stamp on. So we're going to stamp the bats, and we're going to stamp the trick or treat on there. The little bats come on this little block here, and there's the little bats. And we're going to stamp the trick or treat on there. So and the moon. So the moon has little clouds on the moon. So what I did was on the moon, I didn't want the clouds to be very dark, so I didn't want to stamp it in black. So I stamped it, sorry, it's buried here on my desk. Working on my card cloth. I stamped it in Smoking Slate. And I just, we're going to stamp And I don't know if I stamped off. I did. Let's put my paper down because I don't want to stamp off on my. My little paper, but I stamped some off and some on because there's not always clouds that are. Okay. Here we go. I know I don't want one down there somewhere. There we go. Then that's not quite so dark. And you can always stamp off and then stamp on too if you want to. Okay. So then I positioned everything so that I know where to stamp my little bats. Those I'm going to do in the Memento Black. I also want to know where I'm going to stamp. So I think I want my trick or treat up here and the bats to go that way. I don't know if that's where I'm going to fit, so no. Trick or treat will still fit in the corner, so yeah. I am going to put my trick or treat up here. There we go. I'm going to do my bats. They get juicy. All right, so I'm wondering if I put him right there, if I can fit one in here. No, that's going to go right on the T. No. So I'll put one in here. Okay. All right. Then on this little strip, which is 1 by 4. So we're going to stamp there. So let's put one there. Put one there. One there. Okay, much better than I did the other one. The other one, I didn't center it quite as good as I wanted to. Okay, so now you could put trick or treat on the inside if you want to. I'm going to leave that one. So this piece that we're going to adhere this piece to this piece, this one is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So we can adhere this piece to this piece. And then we can adhere all this. So I'm going to use, of course, my dimensionals. I want it to be 3D. And I'm using Highland Heather. I think black and gray and Highland Heather all go so nicely together. I love purple and black and all those colors together. And then this piece will go on here. So can open all this up and adhere all this. And we can assemble. It's such an easy, fast card too. Okay. And just kind of center it in the middle. And this will get centered in the middle of this bottom piece. Oops, not upside down though. We don't want our bats upside down. So that will be kind of centered in the middle of this. Okay. Now we'll get dimensionals and we'll put this all together. Now that I had a whole new thing of dimensionals somewhere. Okay, so we're going to just use one of these. I'll use my ends of my dimensionals. And my moon. Have to use them up anyways. We'll just put more on here because they're okay. My husband and I don't go out of town on long weekends because we don't like to fight the crowds. Especially the traffic crowds. Oh my goodness, they are just like nuts. But I know some people like to go out of town. My brother went to California. My sister-in-law went to California, but I think she flew to California. I'm like, you guys are crazy to go out of town. No, thank you. Stay home. I know that's boring. Okay, so there's the front. All right, so now we're gonna do the inside. And again, I didn't do anything to this, but you can stamp there. So this piece is 4 by 4. Yes, pardon me. It's 4 by 4. So we're going to just glue this. But actually, before I glue it, I'm going to stamp my little I'm going to put this all in here like we're going to put it together. And I'm going to stamp the little bats again. I just think they're so cute. So I'm going to stamp the little bats on here as if they'll be behind this little piece. There we go. All right. So now we're going to just glue this on. All right, I'm going to leave this piece on here like this so that I know kind of where the middle is, because that's going to help me judge where this is all going to sit on here. It just helps me eyeball it a little bit better. Yeah. That might be just a little off. Should have gone up just a little bit. Okay, so now we're ready to glue this piece, okay? So what you do is you lay this in here so you have a reference point, and you only glue 3 sides. So you're only going to glue this side here by the flap. You're going to glue the bottom, and you're going to glue the side over here. Okay, those are the only sides you're going to glue, and glue will hold just fine because you're really not going to much else. And then you're going to flip this over, and then you're going to hold this down. Okay. And this will give you how this is going to go in here. And there is our first one. Okay, and then bam. And again, you can say, you know, and then you also have room to write as well. So there's our first one. Okay. And again, you don't even know that it's even a gift card holder because you can't see that it's a gift card holder. Thank you. There's that one. Okay. Now, what you can do for the envelope is you can flip this over and you can stamp the so on the outside of the envelope over here, you can stamp our little guy, and you don't have to color him in. You can just stamp him on the outside of the envelope, like right here or on this side, which is super cute. And you can stamp on here on the flap. You can stamp the little bats. That would be super cute. I'm not going to do that tonight, but you could do that. That's some little suggestions, because the paper, usually I use coordinating paper, and there really isn't. There's this, but that would look kind of blah, but that would be really cute to just put our little guy over here, and then to stamp some bats sporadically on this. That would look really cute. Okay, so now this next one we're going to do, this one is again the same measurements. We still have our cute little, it's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and then we cut down to the 4 1/4 mark. Okay, and give it a good, where did it go? There's my going holder, and give it a good crease so that it'll sit better. And you want to crease that little piece too, just so that that will sit on there too. I'm making 2 cards and I'm already behind the time. All right, so this time what I did was I used different paper. I didn't use any DSP. I used paper that's new this year. It's actually new cardstock, and it is called, called Basic Beige. So it's got that already dark color to it. So it also looks really good against the black, and yet it's not stark white. So I used that. So we have all the same color, the same kinds of things that we're going to do. So what I did was I used pumpkins this time. All right. And then we have a set that is called Frosted Forest Bundle. And it cuts out these trees, these really cool trees. But they all won't fit on there. So I actually am going to take just these 2 trees. We're going to just use these 2 trees. But you have to cut them apart because they are together. Just snip them there and snip them up here. And then you have to snip it down here. Oh, I'm not in the camera. You just have to snip it down here. And you can use this in another one. So I actually just saved it. And then it will fit. So it's going to hang off a little bit, but that's okay. So then I just kind of gauged where I want to cut this off at, because I want this to be on here. So then I just gauged where I want to cut this off at. So I cut this piece over here, cut that off. Alrighty. So actually, and then we're going to pop this up. So we're going to put some pop-ups. I put blue. All right, so where did my little pop-ups go? There. Let's do this side. One on the bottom. Alrighty, and then I'm gonna pop up the little. Okay, so I think I'm going to glue this on and use very little bit of glue because it's gonna don't want to seep it through, but you do want to have some glue on here. You know, I'm going to use my tweezers because it's easier. I'm not getting glue all over my fingers. I didn't get glue on there on the ends. All right, and then we're going to put this on here. But I want to put this pumpkins, the small pumpkins, I want it behind here. So I don't want to put this down yet. I want to, there we go. Now I want to lay that down. Okay. Now I'm going to put this on top. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp the boo. All right. And then I'm going to glue that to this piece. Okay, I'm going to turn it over and get it all on there. Then we can glue that to this piece. Kind of like that it hangs over the edge a little bit. I think that looks really nice. Definitely gives it a 3D dimension. The one I did before, they made this orange piece too big. I didn't read my instructions right. I didn't read my dimensions correctly. All right, so then we need to put the pumpkins on. And I didn't realize this, and I'm not going to color them. I'm just going to put them on because we don't have time to color them. Like way behind me. Okay, and I sort of scooted that over a little bit. So this will glue here. This is black, and so I could actually color them and they won't fade through. You won't even see the faded through. And this will go here. Here, so I know. Right. By putting this card in here, that just allows it to bulk out enough so that it'll slide in and out easier. Okay, there we go. That's our other card. So here's our two cards for tonight. And I think they're so cute. And then you can color those in. And then you can put a little jack-o'-lantern there. But there's our cards. And then you don't even know. And then it would be very cute on the envelope to stamp this jack-o'-lantern or even this one. You stamp that on the envelope on the outside in the corner and put this on the envelope. That would look very cute. And those are very cute little cards. Yes. All right. Well, if you should need anything, feel free to reach out to me. I'm here. And then I will be here for card class on Saturday. So if you're not doing anything and you haven't signed up for card class, feel free to let me know. And I will be here Saturday. Otherwise, I will see you Saturday or Monday. Have a great evening, and thank you so much for joining. Bye-bye.